Chainmail. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, get out of there. You can reach more people by boosting a post from MailleWerX. You can, but it won't do you any good. Not that I would know. Right. Link your Android phone. No, thank you. So yes, welcome to the MailleWerX Livestream, where we stream making chainmail. You can watch and listen to the sultry sound of my voice. Alright. Making some good... Oh, I don't want a degree sign. That was weird. Alright. People will start pouring in, more than likely, here in a little bit. Come on, computer. I need some cord control. Alright. Turn that off. We don't need that on. Is this... I'm having a hard time figuring this out. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Is this an exact copy? Is this number 8? It looks like we have 8 triangles ready to go. So what's up with this one? What is it doing? That is almost ready to go. Actually, if we just take a couple rings out of this one. Alright. So for my next TikTok video, I have made one TikTok so far. And it's just a bracelet, nothing special. It didn't go viral or anything, but I am gonna do some work off stream and then build out one of these triangles and then just take still shots and then put all the still shots together. Okay, did we do it right? Pretty good. This goes through 2 rings down here. Correct that real quick. So what I'm doing, for anyone who just kind of randomly sees this video, is we're making triangles to make juggling balls. And we've made one. This has got to be filled up, but this is what it's going to look like when it's all done. We take these triangles, put them around in a circle, right? And we make 2 sides, so it's 16 triangles per juggling ball. And then we got to figure out what to fill them with. So I've been given some ideas on what to fill them with. I have not ordered them yet. They are little airsoft BBs that glow in the dark. Problem is, I don't know how many I need. The person who suggested them to me helped me get an idea, but they are, what are they? They're like 23 bucks for 5,000 of them or something. And I think that's a little spendy for some juggling balls that are just gonna sit on my banister, not my banister, my, what would you call that, ledge? I got a ledge in my English basement here. Connected. Attempted to reconnect a few seconds ago. Maybe that's a problem. Internet's down. That would... what'd I do? The problem with working with Trinity is that you never know when you screwed up. Because it always looks screwed up. It likes to twist around itself. Same this. I think it's just pull out this one. Man. Screwed it up. Wait. Alright, I didn't screw it up. This is extra. Where's the opening? Alright, so I'm going to try not to screw this up too badly. Alright. We have a triangle, or the starter one. And we're just going to add 1 or 2 rows. These triangles are, how long are they? They're 12 rows long. I think, okay, I was doing the math the other day, and there's 42 rings per triangle, and it came out to like 670 some odd rings per juggling ball. Which, you know, for a juggling ball, that's a lot of work. These are intense juggling balls. Come on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And how many more do we need? We have one side. We're trying to get 3 juggling balls out of all of this material that I have laying here in front of me. And so that's about 2,000 rings for 3 juggling balls. So I don't know why I'm doing this. I should just spend the money and buy the BBs that I want and say screw it, you know, because I would like a nice finished product when it's all said and done. There we go. Can't make nothing else out of that. What is going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I'm missing one more row. It's a little short. We have 8 triangles over here. We're working on a 9th. 16 triangles per juggling ball. So we have 21 triangles left that we need to make. Yeah, and about 2,000 rings for the whole juggling ball set. Not bad. It's a fun little project. I am fortunate enough that I largely just had to open up some rings to get the shape of each triangle. So, like, I had a bunch of triangles initially, all in one attempt at a coif that I ended up not having rings for, and we're repurposing all that already woven material into some juggling balls. And I hope I have enough for 3. I think I do. I have, like, this is all the material. I'm pretty sure I have another 1,400 rings in there. pretty sure. I could be wrong. But I will have used up all these rings and made a good project with them. And it won't be a half-finished coif laying around doing nothing anymore. Now I will be able to move it from my workbench to my ledge by the window. And occasionally attempt to juggle. See, now if I make this easy on myself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we work backwards and do something like this, then we can just open up some rings and have our triangle be 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So, I think, how many rings is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, perfect. Oh, screwed that up. What did I do there? 1, 1, 2. No, that's correct. That right there. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Hang on. Hang on. We didn't have enough rings in row 3. What have I done here? That's definitely not correct. Try to make it easier on yourself, and what do you do? Alright. We're going to separate this. See if we can figure out how I royally screwed up the end here. It's the first and second row should have 1 ring. The third and fourth row should have 2 rings. Fifth and sixth row should have 3 rings, and so on, until you have 12 rows with 6 rings across the bottom. I think that's how that works out. Now, which ring is it? This one? It's definitely not starting out that way. That's okay. What have I done? Did I add on too many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe. Too many rings on top, too many rows across the bottom. It is what it is. This weave is in the ass. Okay. I didn't. Oh, this goes here. One, 2, 2, 3. And then I gotta pull out this along the side here. Because I screwed up. But probably still quicker than making a whole new triangle. I'm okay with it. Alright, did that work? Alright. There's definitely a triangle. And no, it did not. What in the world, man? Alright, last time I tried that. Next time I'll just freaking figure it out. I'll just remove the size of triangle that I think I need and then go back and build on it from there. Okay, those are in through 2. Here's one problem. This is only supposed to go through 1 ring and it's going through 2. Okay, and then this is supposed to go through 2 rings, not 1. But the ring I just opened up, I think it was. This is the ring it's supposed to go through 2, not just 1. I swear, I do know what I'm doing. And that is 1 ring too many. On the top. Alright. That is correct. Would have been easier just to make the damn triangle. Clean this up a little bit. A lot of extra stuff on this one. Set the pliers down. Get the piece out. Okay. Alright. We start. Yeah. What was that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try and do this one right the first time. So with that raffle that we had the other day, I got the person's wrist size that they wanted. Got it all sized up and it's ready to go out. Come on. Stop fighting me. And then I've got to send the other blanket. So we had the contest, the pumpkin carving contest, and then we had a raffle for my friend, who is still very sick, but he seems to be on the mend. So I sent them the money that we raised. I sent the winner a blanket, and I gotta send, I don't remember if it was the raffle winner or the person who won the pumpkin carving contest. I gotta send one of them their blanket. And I gotta get the bracelet that we raffled off into a package and ship that off to them. Hopefully I'm gonna get that done this week. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. 20 more to go. Alright, this kind of looks like a triangle already. I'm actually, honestly, pretty happy with how the prototype Trinity juggling ball came out. Where'd it go? This one right here. Right? I don't think anybody's ever made a juggling ball out of Trinity. And now I understand why. Most other sheet weaves, you can lay flat and kind of have the expectation that the weave is going to lay into a pattern that is easily recognizable. But this stuff just likes to curl up on itself and create a big mess. It's a very dramatic weave. We'll put it that way. Nicest way I can think of to say it. Okay, so that all kind of looks correct. I think we're missing some rings here. And I am guessing at how I think this goes. I'm not. So if I have to undo this, right, like it's just because I was wrong. I think that's correct. There we go. All right, how do we do? Where are we? What are we missing here? ring there, and a ring up here. On the top and the sides, I think are all correct. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Gotta add some rings on the bottom. And we'll only have 19 more to make. I don't know what I'll do if I run out of rings, to be quite honest.
I'm not sure about that, but I'll have to have it.
I will be a little upset. But at least I can definitely get 2 juggling balls out of this, so I guess I will just have 2. Well, are they juggling balls if it's not a set of 3? You can still juggle 2 balls, right? I don't know what this music is, but it's going bye-bye. Alright, like, we're on the... There we go. It's a track called Surprise Me, right? And you would think, after a while of using it, there would be some kind of algorithm that, you know, picks up on songs you don't like and you fast forward through. That looks correct. Alright, so that's 13. This looks like something. I think I can fix this. Maybe not. I don't know what this video game music is, but it's not bad. Oh, don't do that. Come on. Be nice. What on earth have I done? Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so why isn't it? Maybe we can... Come on. There we go. One side correct. What's happened to this other side here? It's got all the right stuff. Just gotta add some rings to it. Very cool. And what happened here is that when I separated this piece from another piece or something, I pulled this piece out, I didn't pull out the correct ring. So now I've got edges that aren't, they're not correct. So I am just weaving them back together. Hey Kat, how you doing? The music was calming after a mentally trying day. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had a mentally trying day too. That sucks. Alright, what's going on up here? Too many rings to think through, so we're just going to pull that one out. And I think put it here. And this is the song they go to? What is this? All I want to do is party all night. Alright. Come on. Give me something I can work with here. Oh, nope. Alright, hopefully that's a little better for your mentally trying day. Alright, did I do it correctly? 1, 2, 2, 2. How many rows do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Sweet. Alright, Cat, I am doing well. I am doing well. Can't complain. Right. Making some triangles here, trying to flesh out this project that I've got going on. Using up rings. Now I want to be really careful. I don't want to add a bunch of stuff. You know? My day was alright. I went to work, picked up my kid from school. I'm sorry, did not pick up my kid from school. I picked up my son from his grandmother's because he didn't have school today. That's right. Maybe my day was a little bit more mentally trying than I thought. And then he and I got into an argument because he didn't believe me that he had school tomorrow. He knew he had a 3-day weekend, right? And he had convinced himself that he wasn't going back to school for at least another day. Definitely, it's prep week for your next show, and you feel like there's so much to get done, I'll forget half of it until the morning of. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. So he's yelling at me. I'm trying to get him to realize that he had 3 days off, Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And he did not believe me. So he got super cranky, super pissed off, kind of rolled over in his seat, in the back seat, kind of just turned his head towards the window, and he was about asleep in about 15 minutes on the way home. I was going to go to the grocery store, but I knew that he had gotten up early so that he could go to his grandma's, while all the rest of us went to work. You know, can't leave him home alone by himself. So I knew he was tired. I didn't want to wake him up. He had plenty of time to wake a nap, so I drove through the construction zone. And of course, you know, there's traffic and everything's backed up. Goes slow, so he got himself a good, maybe 30-minute nap. Which I thought was perfect. But I didn't, you know, I wanted to let him have that because I knew he'd gotten up early, and then he was now Cranky Pants McGee. And then when he woke up, he finally said that, you know, he was sorry for how he behaved, and which I thought was very special. Like, yeah, you realize that, you know, you gotta go to school tomorrow. That's good. Right? And now I have no idea what side I was working on. What's going on here? And then everything twisted back up. Oh my gosh, really? It's always a good time. I hope you have good luck on your show. When is your show? Where's your show at? I hope you sell lots. I always do wish my fellow chainmail enthusiasts well when they go and they do their shows. I want them to sell lots of stuff so that lots of people learn about chainmail. Come on. Hey Peg, how you doing? Where am I at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Missing a ring here. That's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hello. Oh no, what have I done? Let me take that back out because that is not correct. Three, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. Okay, there we go. Sporting a slightly fat lip, smacked yourself in the mouth trying a new spin with the lightsaber. War bruises. Yep. I've done that to myself on multiple occasions. Don't remember where I got a pair of nunchucks from, but definitely hurt myself with them. And when I was growing up in a rural town in Idaho, my neighbors had this tree, and the tree limbs would frequently break off. And I would take it, and I would cut all the bark off, and then turn it into a bow staff. Right. Now it took me a while. I, you know, spin it around like a baton and try and get my ninja skills going. That is what is important to every, I don't know, how old was I at the time? 11 to 14? That is all I wanted to do, was be a ninja. Come here. Don't be shy. Just gonna rip you open. But yeah, trying to learn how to spin a makeshift bow staff round and round. It can get pretty hazardous. I cracked myself in the dome more than once. And with the nunchucks, I mean, I about... what do you call it? Sterilized. I about sterilized myself. You have your first one on the 13th, part of a fundraising event. Stop the building of a mine near your brother-in-law's mom's house. You're going to an 8,000 to 10,000 person show. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. Whoa, what are you doing over here? You watch so many contact staff, poi, lightsaber spinning tutorial videos, maybe you're entering your second child. No, that's awesome.
It's time to get this thing started.
All right. Alright, did that one come out correctly? One, two, three, four, five, six. All of these match up. Yay! How many have we got so far? 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16. Okay, so that's enough for a second ball right there, and we'll start working on that here in a little bit. This is what I've got left for the third juggling ball. All these rings and what's in the bag, and I'm hoping it's 670 some odd rings, and we need a little bit more to weave everything up. So let's get to making some triangles. 3, 4, 5. I think one of the worst times I ever hurt myself, I was very young. 6 or younger. And I managed to get my finger stuck. You know what? This isn't even a story about me hurting myself. I managed to get my finger stuck in a wet wipe lid. Right? Wet wipes. Some of the packaging they have comes in, I don't know, half-gallon tubs. And the little hole at the top has, I don't know what to call them. They're like spikes in order to prevent the wet wipes from falling out, or to allow them to tear away from each other when you remove a wet wipe. right? So I got my finger stuck in one of those and had to be cut out with one of the old school red Swiss Army knives. That just came out perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, that was easy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's awesome. Alright, that's a jumbled mess. Do we have any more? I'm gonna have to start, like, actually just making the triangles. That's kind of something right there. We might be able to do something with this. So I had my finger cut out by a man with a Swiss Army knife. And later on, that would lead me to really wanting a Swiss Army knife, right? Which later on I did slice my finger open, God knows how many times. But I lost that Swiss Army knife when my brother took my knife collection and buried it in the backyard and didn't tell me where. And I'm not mad at him about it anymore, but I did lose this really cool old school Cub Scout knife that was my dad's when he was growing up. So I'm kind of pissed about losing out on that piece of family history. And it was a really cool knife. It had a fork and a spoon that folded out on either side of it. If you've never seen one, they're like twice the size of a regular Swiss Army knife. It's kind of ridiculous. Did I lick a cold flagpole? Nope. I can't say that I have. Siblings. Can't live with them. Can't bury them in the backyard next to your knife collection. That's right. Like I said, I have forgiven him for it. Took me a while to move past that one. It was a whole collection. It was like, I don't know, 15, maybe 20 knives. Don't ask me where I got them all. I have no idea. Nope, don't do that. I'm excited. I think I'm like 90% certain I have enough for 3 juggling balls with minimal excess. Right? You need just enough to finish up all the seams, right? But you don't want to, I don't want to end up throwing a whole lot of this stuff away, right? I want to use as much of it as I can, and then it'll go in the random rings jar, which I don't even know. I think I have one of those still laying around somewhere where all my random rings go into, and I just hold on to them in case I need a random size for something one day. But I don't want to put too many in there. Come on. Louise. Literally like herding cats. That's what the weave is like. Like herding cats. I know is a commonly used expression. Oh my gosh. I keep telling myself I'm holding it, you know, down as close to the table as I can so I don't disturb the way the weave is laid out, so I don't lose my place, and then I just wreck it constantly. God, you are a bastard. Alright. Sounds like your grandma's cigar box of random keys. Nice. No idea where 90% of them came from. She collected keys. Are they like old school lock keys? My grandmother, to this day, has a lock on her front door with one of those old style keys. And of course, you know, we all had, you know, standard house keys at my house growing up. I don't think she ever upgraded her lock. I think it's still just an old school lock with an old school key. I used to think it was the coolest. So, I was gonna take Renee to the movies the other day, around Halloween time. She ended up being sick for that weekend, could not go out, and I was gonna take her to go see Candyman. And if you've ever watched the original Candyman, it's pretty good, you know? A little terrifying. I enjoyed it anyway, and I'm not like a big horror person. You have an old skeleton key, padlocks, mailboxes, old house keys, easy junked cars. You have an old skeleton key to get from the house proper to the back. Nice. Well, so finally we got some time to go and watch a movie. And so I had bought tickets to take her to the movies, and we didn't get a chance to use them, obviously, because we didn't go. And so that was what, like 20 bucks? Then I spent another $25 maybe on renting the movie for the house, to stream it, right? And we watched it, and I was incredibly disappointed. It wasn't scary. It was just kind of weird all the way throughout. So now I'm trying to convince myself to go see another movie, but I like to go to the theater. I grew up going to the theater all the time with my dad. We would go to the cheap seats that were like, you know, $2 per kid, and he'd take us all and get one big thing of popcorn and one, maybe 2 sodas for, what, 6 kids? It was me, my 2 sisters, my brother, and my stepsisters. So we would go to the movies all the time, and I grew up loving going to the movies. I think I want to go see Dune in theater. I've been led to believe that is a pretty good movie. I only ever read just the first book. What's going on here? Oh, I see what's happened. Well, that's no bueno. This edge is all jacked up. It is, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. We'll start here. This is one of the ones where I was pulling it apart and I removed the wrong seam and left the 4-in-1 part of it. Which, don't ask me how I did that. But I think if I just remove these rings here, we will have a workable piece. You haven't heard much luck with Dune? Couldn't get into the books, couldn't get into the original movie. The original movie's weird, right? Like, I remember it very vaguely. There, that looks like a much better edge. But I do remember enjoying the book, right? And that is perfectly okay to not get into something. One of the whole Game of Thrones franchise, I think I've mentioned this before, could not get into that. I tried. It's fantasy. It's got swords and armor and a little magic, and that's 90% of the books on my shelf. Could not get into it. What's funny is I had read Game of Thrones shortly after it came out, early on, and about 10 years after the book came out, one of my friends was like, "Hey, have you read this new book out?" I'm like, yeah, 10 years ago. And I did read the first few, but then I tried to watch a show, and I was like, oh. And everybody I know of maybe 2 other people that I've even mentioned this to that were like, yeah, we couldn't get into it either. I don't feel too bad, but check our edges here. That looks correct. All right, we have a winner. 4, so that's 20. We only have 12 to go. These things practically make themselves. Read the first 4 books. Could I get into? Yeah, I could not get into the TV series at all. We'll just pull this apart right here. And I wanted to watch and enjoy it with everybody else and think it was good, and then but I had read the books and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna spend time or money on this. And even I got a gift card to like Hastings or something, and I bought the first season, and I tried watching it, and I was like, yeah, no, this is just as bad as the books. You watched all of Game of Thrones, but the books were bland to me. I am excited for... I don't know if any of you ever read Robert Jordan, the Wheel of Time series. I am excited for that. What's going on here? Watched some of the... Read the first 4 books, couldn't get into the TV series. I watched some of the previews for that, and then I saw a little fan-made piece that gave me the chills, and now I am very excited at the prospect of this 13-book series becoming a TV show. It almost looks like they might do it well enough, you know? You two on the wheel time. You hope Melanie Ron finally finishes Lax Exiles, the Capitals Tower. I've got some bad news for you. She's not gonna finish it. The Mage Capital? What's the other? I spent some time looking for some books to read, read those, and then was just waiting for the book to come out, like you. And I don't remember much about the books at this point, but I do remember reading on her blog that she was not going to be finishing it. And I don't know why. I don't remember why, if she said. But I do remember reading that. And I was actually quite upset because I had become very fond of all the characters in her little story there. So, sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I know you had a rough day. Should've just kept my mouth shut. I'm just waiting for Patrick Rothfuss to pass away suddenly so that Brandon Sanderson can go and finish his books. I'm just kidding. I don't want that to happen or anything. I just, you know, that it might happen is all I'm saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, this kind of looks like something here. So I would like to go to the movies again. I don't even know where to start with this one. What is going on here? Alright, let's see if we can patch this one back together. This is just a piece that got torn off one of the other pieces. I was not careful with how I went about it. If we do that... The Runes of Anne Fry, the Mageborn Trader website says she will finish it after book number 5 in the Glass Thorn series when I looked up a couple months ago. Oh my! Interesting. Yeah, this would have been years ago that I looked up what I read. So, I mean, I hope she finishes it. I would have to go back and read them all. And I've got a stack of books that I need to reread on my nightstand that it's going to be, you know, one day it's just going to topple over and kill me, which I'm fine with. I have no shame. And it's there because I used to be an avid reader until college killed that for me. And so I have my books on my nightstand just in case I ever get froggy enough to actually read a book again. And I got all my favorite ones there. Some I read as a kid. Some that I think this needs to be removed. Some that are fairly recent. There were some of the last books I read. Okay, and then one of these. So one day when I have all the rest of my stuff done, I will go and pick up one of those books and finally start reading again. Those are two of the earliest books you remember picking up off your mom's bookcase. You were 8 or 9? Yeah, let's see here. I was in 6th grade. Okay, so I had read like the Hardy Boys. I have a bunch of those. And then, alright, in 6th grade, I picked up a book called Redwall about mice that live in an abbey. I read all those books. I still actually, I haven't read, I've bought as many as I've stumbled across whenever I randomly go to a bookstore. And a bunch of the newer ones that I have, I never actually read. So, but I did read all the old ones multiple times. Redwall, Matameo. Oh, I forget the third one. Salamandastron. I think the third one's Muriel of Redwall. Something like that. Anyway, they're just kids' books. About mice. And that was when I really started reading, and I read for years. And then I got, you know, I went to college. I joined the army, I got out of the army, I went to college, and with all that nonsense, I really just haven't picked up a book. I picked up one or two here and there. But I really haven't sat down and just devoured a bunch of books in a long time. Alright, that did turn into something. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. Where are we at? Ooh. Okay. So we have one that needs to be filled, one that needs to be assembled, and then we need to finish putting these together. And I think I have enough stock, right? I think that's plenty of rings to get them all sewn up and put together, right? I think. Then we gotta fill them up with BBs and they'll be done. You get into the mood where you read a book on your phone when you get bored instead of playing a game? Yeah, I do not play games on my phone at all. And I actually have a book on there that it's a business book. So I am actually involved in reading a book at the moment. And it's fairly short, and I should have finished it already, but it is what it is. I'll get back to it at some point, I hope. With that, I figure at this rate, right? Like, it was much faster to just build out all the triangles than it was to make a triangle, connect it, make a triangle, connect it, and so on and so forth, right? So we're almost done with that, and then we'll be assembling the juggling ball. So it will be done this week, most likely, if I have, if I take the chance to stream, which I should. But it has been an hour. Gotta get back upstairs. Thank you all for joining me. I do appreciate it. Be sure to check out MailleWerX.com for all your chainmail themed apparel and accessories. We do have some of the focal pieces that I've been using. Right. Bunch of different styles of those currently available, and I'm working on adding more of the smaller beads, hopefully soon. So be sure to check those out because they make awesome jewelry. They really do. Okay. So I do appreciate you guys hanging out, chatting with me. And I will see you, if not tomorrow night, then at the latest Wednesday.